Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 28 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. This is taken around the 12. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On second down, Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he's able to get up here to the 26. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had two excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had two huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickell Robey-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything, right?
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's White. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And his pass incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's a large... And this throw will be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
And Boswell's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. This is Cohen, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Blue. Gotta go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Now he's going to let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Set! Like 80!
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. Flush. And the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
Lock in.
Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
Lock in.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, gotta go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they'll run it here. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. He gets away from... There he goes, left side. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
He's going to get it running right. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They get it to him running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop him, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
180!
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, gotta go.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Gotta go.
Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Tackle made there by Cody Sensabaugh.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Hey, gotta go. Hey, 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. With that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Goes underneath for Bell. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll get it up the middle. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, gotta go.
They get it to him running left. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, that's it. Wait, eight. Snickers, 66.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards. 1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Khalil Mack in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Gotta go. Blue. Hey, gotta go.
Trubisky to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll take it just outside the 40. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Gotta go. Move.
Trubisky going to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brett.
Lock in. Move.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young got the cake up now.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hurry, hurry! Gotta go!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Gotta go!
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
On the run, had to get on his horse.
Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
His throw caught right around the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 down!
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith, and he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now Bell, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Hurry, hurry!
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gotta go.
And they'll go on the ground. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now Trubisky on first down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Steps away to his left. And he floated one out there incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, gotta go. Gotta go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. And on the ground they go with the running back. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Lock it.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Lock it.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so Maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal.
Hey, gotta go.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
44.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniel McCullers able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They pitch out to Howard. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bears on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Bullard in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw here, Roethlisberger. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And he puts it through. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll run it here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, that's Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now Roethlisberger. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3.
But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hands up. Gotta go, gotta go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Gotta go, gotta go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hands up.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Let's go now.
On second down, Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And they'll run it here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Gotta go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route. You are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Bell sheds him off. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh 1st.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Stays on his feet. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down, that's Cohen. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Cohen on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Lock in, lock in. Gotta go, gotta go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Lock in, lock in.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. A give to Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. And
now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. In the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got, they don't wanna eat. If he said he want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling, fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app. Money and company, no, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck and it's froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me, he owe me some money. Hit him with the not the crumping. Whitey playing games. Say move wrong. Hey, too much. Got the belly seater. Acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room. Phony folks play it close. Do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Strangers. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tuck underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she model Abercrombie. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun me. I'ma come clean, I got beef. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves. Okay, dating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their tees all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. I'm above average. My have an all white rank. Couldn't hit if had ain't.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Chicago Bears. Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here we go. Set. 180. Double, double.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Left, left, left.
The give is to Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Right back to him on first down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. First carry for James Conner. And he's got this one down to the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
No spacing.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense. But a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Lock in, lock in.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, You've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Ready? Blue 30.
Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Onto the field now come the Bears. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Gotta go.
Now Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Bell. And a short gain here down to the 22. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Blue 30.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. This is Cohen. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Gotta go. Lock in.
On 3rd down, that's Cohen. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. To go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They go play action with Trubisky. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
You see it?
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. And Parkey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Nice little juke. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game, the Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Bullard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Snickers. Take 2 of them. Double. Slam.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen put 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make it? His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator?
Gotta go.
Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lock in.
On 3rd down, that's Cohen. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
It's caught. This is White. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it with Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Snickers, you got to spin.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
117. Ready? Like 80.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch 89. Set. Blue 30. Take both of them.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Set.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Fred 38. Fred 38.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run it with Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, I'm two on too rich, made 100K on my 3rd shift from a boy, so, boy, I know I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. Right now, need crew up right now, cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out.